We are live and recording, Chris. Good morning.
Very good. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another virtual race, DIY-RoboCars. Same format as usual. A different track though. Today we're going to be using a SparkFun track. SparkFun track is a memory of the old autonomous vehicle competitions that SparkFun used to run in Boulder for many years. Many of us cut our teeth on this track. It was it started going around the building. Originally, it had drones as well as cars. It eventually ended up with these hay bales on a parking lot, and it was a lot of fun. And we miss it, but we have preserved it virtually in our simulated track. Our hosts today are once again Jack Silberman as the server master and Maxine Ellerbach as the simulation master. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Maxine. How's it going?
Good morning. Bonjour, Maxine.
Morning.
Good job getting us this track up and running, the updates. You are gold. One day you may even come study at UCSD. Make an effort to accept you here.
Yeah.
One day.
Is that still a plan, Maxine?
I'll come to the US maybe during vacations. I have to.
No. We talk about study, graduate school, being part of our racing team.
Maybe.
Make an effort.
We'll
Yeah. I'm working on that.
Well, if you come to the U.S. and you come to to California, either North California or South California, you have friends and places to visit and see. What is new this month? Maxime, let's start with you.
Yeah. So there is nothing much really new. We did change a bit the track. So we made SparkFun raceable. There was a bit of physics issues with some of the ramp. So the car were not behaving quite right. So I fixed that. And yes, some stuff under the hood of the sim, some physics changes, and we are in a state of a transition from physics engine, not physics engine, but from the old physics to something new. And so we are in this transition, and I hope that I will have finished the new physics by the next race or version of the sim. So yeah.
Good. It's a figure 8, which means there's a potential for collision and chaos in the middle. I remember that track in the real world very well. Bad things happened in the middle. Bad things happened around the ramp. Actually, bad things happened everywhere. It was a tough track. I don't know why. It just
Chris, just a quick question. So it was not required for the robots to have avoidance, like collision avoidance, right? Just go there and have fun, and then
it wasn't required. The actual track was way harder than this. So I think we're showing one ramp, but the actual track had 2 ramps. One ramp had like nails on it, and it looked like a ramp, but do not go on it. The other ramp was like different color and had no nails on it, and you must go on that. Then there were like hoops that you had to go through. There were cones that you had to avoid. There was a slalom thing that you had to go through. There were other cars. It was a nightmare.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot. And there was a there was another ramp with a pedestrian that was sliding back and forth really fast.
We have this one. We have this one in the sim.
Oh, do we? Okay, good. Anyway, needless to say, I did not finish this in the real world. All right. And Jack, what's new on your side?
Not new necessarily on the server, has been up and running quite a bit. We allow more users to join. For those that don't know really what the server look like, that's allow us to race against each other. You can do all the training, all the development on your local machine. And then if you want to race with other users, so basically we have this literally a game engine behind, and it has to be hosted on a server where everybody have access. And for those that have a large latency, such as if you away from California too much for one reason or the other, such as some part of Europe and Asia, then we can set you up to run your code on the server. You just have to talk to us. We set up the security in place. Your container is somewhat only going to work on the server, not going to go anywhere if we do this right. and we allow to then have no latency when you're running your models. So at this point, Chris, we haven't touched much besides installing the new simulator. Hardware-wise, look the same, has been keeping up with everything that we put on it so far, and more users that we add.
Excellent. Okay, so today I'll be narrating more about how it actually works, but today we are going to have 5 races. We have 10 racers, and we're going to have 5 races head to head. If for whatever reason there's a glitch or somebody, I don't know, if we feel that people need another start, we will give them another start. Then the top, I think we'll take the top 4 racers and do a truncated ladder, and then we'll end up with the number 1. The first racers are going to be Hirohaku and Kuro. Hirohaku is a returning racer, very good. And Kuro, I believe, is a first timer. I could be wrong about that, but welcome both of you. The way it works is that the racers are going to are operating in their remote environments. I think both of them happen to be in Japan, and they will be their code is running on their local computer. The simulator is running in California at UCSD. They're going to basically log into the server, connect their cars. Their cars will show up on the screen. And when I say go, they will switch their code into auto mode. The simulator will generate images, send those images to the car, to the racer's local machine. The racer's local machine will think that these are images coming from an actual camera on an actual car, won't know the difference. Will then send back steering and throttle commands to the simulator, and then the simulator's model car will obey those. And it's exactly the same approach as a real car, but rather than a real camera, we have simulated images, and rather than a real car, we have a simulated car. But the code works identically. It's just rather than sending to servos and motor controllers, it's just sending to a TCP/IP port. All right. So I believe we have both. Oh, we had both racers. Right now we have 1 racer. I thought I saw Kuro. So we're waiting for the second racer to join the server. They're showing the standard donkey bodies. That doesn't mean they're necessarily running donkey code. Okay, do we have both racers? I can't tell. Looks like we have one or the other, but not both.
Yeah, for some reason, I think, okay, here we go. I can see the future, Chris.
Oh, they're very good. All right, we have both racers. Okay, so the timing will be automatic. We will have the racers do 3 laps. The fastest single lap will be the one that is recorded for their overall ranking. When I say go, the racers will switch into auto mode and they will go autonomously from there. All right, Maxime, are you ready?
I am.
Racers, on your mark, get set, go. There will be a little lag. They're going to switch into autonomous mode now. There, the first one is off. Hirohaku is a very experienced racer. Now the second racer is off. Hirohaku is a very experienced racer, and his car is doing extremely well. We're going to see, oh, this is the new one going over the ramp. Excellent. Avoids the slalom. Now in the real race, I think you got extra points for going through the slalom. In this case, nails the ramp, misses the hoop. That's okay. Doing really well. Here's the pedestrian. Luckily, the pedestrian was not in the way. And both racers doing particularly well. Jack and Maxime, we did not think about giving extra points for the hoop or for the slalom. Should we do that?
Not yet, Chris. That's exactly what I was thinking about. We have to leave something always for the next time. So we're going to have to think this over. I think we can get a lot of mileage of this track.
Okay, so right now it so happens that they're both hitting the ramp. So it's a net 0 in terms of, oh, there's the just misses the pedestrian. Nice. And once again, just misses. Maxime, nice job on the pedestrian animation. That's cool.
It was not me. It was
Don.
I mean, the track was already there in the sim. I just adapted some stuff.
I see.
But yeah, it was.
But it's still pretty surprised how well the robots are doing this track, Chris. It's not particularly
It's
easy track.
surprising.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that the hay bales are quite a distinct thing to steer against. But they're both going really fast too.
Maybe they can talk to us a little bit about their strategy and model. What do they use?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know whether they're comfortable in English, but Hirohaku sorry, blanking on the names of the racers. Yeah, Kuro or Hirohaku, are either of you comfortable enough to tell us about your code?
In this race, we did not. I did not modify some specially. We use a linear model to training, so it's not some special modification in the donkey car.
Ah, very good.
So
Okay.
you used the full donkey car. Good.
Yes.
Very good. Well, it was a very close race, but it turns out that Kuro, and you could see it, Kuro was starting to catch up with Hirohaku. Kuro was the fastest with a track record so far of 32.5 seconds. Hirohaku was just 1 second, less than 1 second behind that. So very, very close race. I would not be surprised if both of them end up in the ladder, but it's a great start. All right, thank you, Hirohaku and Kuro. Next up is going to be Jack Griffin and Frank Garcia. So the two racers from Japan will log off. And the two racers, I think, are both from, if I'm not mistaken, California, certainly. Let's see, Jack. I think they might be UCSD students.
There you are.
All right. So two UCSD students will go against each other. So UCSD 148.06 is, I believe that is, I'm not sure who that, which
that's me. That's Frank.
That's Frank. Okay. And we're just waiting for Jack Griffin. Jack, are you with us?
I am. I just kidding.
Yes, yes. One second. I'm just setting it up.
Okay. Racers, by the way, the racers on deck, i.e. the next ones up are going to be Sugasin and not Tang. So both of you should be ready to log in as soon as this race is over. The way the racers start is that they basically they're running, if they're running donkey code, they just basically change one parameter from running locally with the camera and an RC controller, or camera and RC controller, or they are running virtually versus a TCP/IP port, and that does it. Otherwise, it works the same.
Chris, quick note on your setup. Do you have natural lights coming from your window? It's pretty nice, pretty bright and clear image. Or you have no LED?
No, I'm right in front of a window.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
What do you do for a living, Chris?
I
can see that airplane behind you there at the door. What is that?
I help run a air taxi company that's developing an electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, autonomous, as you would expect, like a very, very big drone.
I guess some students in this area then should be keeping their eyes open for openings in
absolutely. If you're interested in controls or autonomy or aviation, we are hiring, and we're in the Bay Area in Palo Alto, and we're one of the few companies in this space who's actually doing autonomous operations. So we'll be carrying people, human passengers, but no piloting. The piloting will all be autonomous, and it'll be like autonomous cars, but in the air.
Very nice.
Okay. I believe, are we still?
Yeah, we're waiting
still
for Jack.
waiting.
Maybe skip him for now until he
Yeah.
can figure out what's going on.
Okay, Jack, are you almost there, or should we skip you?
I think skip me for now. I'm trying to figure something out, some
Okay.
issues I'm having.
Okay, so then the next person up would be Sugasin. Could you please join? How about Frank Garcia? Frank, are you available?
Yes, I'm in the race though.
Oh, so you are.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Oops, my mistake. I did a typo.
Yeah. How about not Tang? Are you available?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Why don't you log in?
Give me a second.
Oh, no, Sugasin is in. All right. False alarm. I think we are ready to go. Racers, on your mark, get set, go. All right. Frank is off. By the way, the time starts when the car crosses the start line. So Sugasin is suffering no penalty from being late starting. Actually, the later they start, the more the chance of a catastrophic collision. Oh no! Bang! Off the hay bale, and now going the wrong way, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely steering. Oof, that's a toughie. Okay. Let's see. Forgive me. Is it UCSD? Is that Frank, or is it Frank? It's Jack.
Yes. No, that's Frank.
It's Frank. It is Frank. Okay, good. Your car's running well. Tell us a little something about your training.
So for our training, all we really did is we just basically just using the donkey as is, and then we were expecting that there was going to be like a lot more cars, so we expected for crashing. So we kind of also trained that into the model, but I don't think that was that really as needed. You know.
Yeah, we could put more cars on the track. We could put ghost cars on the track. Some of the tighter tracks, you do see the other cars more often, but there's no harm done. Good. And so you trained it to go over the ramps, and it's doing that. Very nice. Again, in the real track, one of those ramps, I think the red ramp had nails, and the blue ramp did not. In this case, they both are good ramps as opposed to one good and one bad. All right. I think, what are we on, lap 3?
Yep.
Very good. Okay, next up is going to be not Tang and Rainer. We may give Sugasin another chance later on, but for now, let's move on to not Tang and Rainer.
Are we logging in right now? Waiting for the other racers to.
Who's logging in now?
Or the racers you just called. Are we gonna log in right now? Or
Yeah.
do we wait
Log
for
in
the
now.
other?
No, you can log in now. Okay, Rainer is in. He's showing up as parking lot nerds. And Not Tong is in as well. All right, racers, on your mark, get set, go. Okay, both off at the same time. This should be a good tight race. Okay, oh, wow. Rainer's taking a tight racing line. Not's a little further out. Rainer's also cranked it. Rainer's an experienced racer. And oh no, Not's heading for the slalom. So ambitious. Oh, we should give him points for this. We should totally give him points for that. Should we give him, can we give
I
him,
agree.
we give him 5 seconds? Or is that too much?
Yeah, maybe. I can do that if you want.
He's going for the coupe as well.
Oh, this guy's good. Great.
Okay, let's
nice.
give him 2 seconds for every trick he does.
So that's 4 seconds.
That's
left,
4 seconds.
right?
Yeah, 4 seconds. He missed the pedestrian. That's per lap, by the way. So that's really good. Rainer also went for the, so Rainer also gets 2 seconds because he hit the, he went through the hoop, but he, just misses the pedestrian. Okay, so Rainer, it looks like you trained for the hoop. Is that right?
Yeah, that was luck. That was luck, to be honest. I took something like 100,000 images, very diverse driving, and at the end, it came out like this, that it went through the hoop.
Wow, and you just passed each other. Now I note that Not does not do the second ramp. Do we have to take points off for that? Oh, boom, wipes out with the pedestrian, slows him down. That was nice. Okay, boy, I'm having a hard time keeping track of the score here, but I think I know what's going on. All right, and Rainer is, so, and Rainer, you're also skipping the second. So basically people who are going for the hoop are skipping the second ramp. Is that correct? I think that's right. Okay,
So-
Maxime, here's how I think I would do the scoring.
Yeah.
You take the raw time. You so Rainer gets 2 seconds for the hoop, but loses 2 seconds for skipping the second ramp. Whereas
Okay.
Not does both the ramp and the slalom, so it gets 4 seconds and then loses 2 seconds. So basically Rainer's net 0, and Not is -2. I don't think it's going to make a difference because he was
-4 already, so I'm just
yeah. I don't think it's going to make a difference because Rainer was so fast. So the way I'll calculate it in my head is I'll just have a net. So there'll be some pluses and some minuses, and yeah. Jack, are you comfortable with the 2 second per trick rule?
Yes, I was showing a thumbs up. Yes.
Okay, good.
And
So
we think this better next time, so we'll be
Okay.
fair with everybody that.
Yeah.
And so just to be clear, we consider the ramps to be mandatory tricks, and all the other tricks are optional tricks. So if you miss one of the optional tricks, no penalty. But if you miss a ramp, that's a 2 second penalty.
And I think on that swallow, we probably next time we will tell people that there are going to be more points because that slowed down quite a bit.
That's
So,
true. That's
yeah,
true. It's
so
probably
we-
tricks should have different rankings. So a slalom should be like 4 seconds, and the hoop should be 2 seconds or something like that. But
I think it's over. Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Okay, that was fun. All right, moving on. Let's see. It looks like we're looking for Huang Peng and Grant Mo.
And then Jack Griffin, just let us know when you're ready to come back. It will be hard for you just to do a quick test, but you could just connect to see if it's working and disconnect. That would be totally fine with us. Just give us a heads up.
Okay, sounds good.
Huang Peng and Grant Mo. Grant's in. Huang, are you, there you are? Very good. Okay, apparently it shows up as JP Beef. Huang, what is the story behind JP Beef?
Yeah, story.
Japan beef.
Japanese beef. All right,
Because
very
I
good.
like Japanese beef. Yeah,
Well, you're in good company.
thank you.
Okay, racers, on your mark, get set, go. All right, they're both off. Huang's going, they're both going at good speed. Grant decides to, whoa, races through the slalom. Unbelievable. That was really good.
That's nice.
Yeah. It turns out that there is a straight line right through the slalom. So I think, let's see, is Grant, wipes out on the pedestrian. Tragic. It's a natural penalty as opposed to an artificial one. So a natural penalty just slows you down, whereas an artificial one, we have to actually take time off the score.
So Grant did so he did the slalom, but not a ramp. So
I think
it's
that's right.
+2 -2, so it's 0 for him. All right, that's right.
Unless we want to give him 4 points for this slalom. What do you think?
Well,
It's
you let me know.
We have not given on the
okay.
first place.
All right, we'll do it +2 -2. So he's neutral.
Next time we advertise as an influence. Yeah.
Right.
Then
Okay.
go from there.
Okay.
I did not see Huang. Did he?
I'm looking.
manage to-
So I think that he is. I think he hits the first. Here it goes. He hits the first ramp, no problem.
Mhm.
They're both running really well. He hits the second ramp, no problem. Yeah, so he's net 0, and does not hit it, do any
Okay,
other
good,
tricks. Okay.
Just make sure.
All right.
Okay,
Ooh,
so-
just misses the pedestrian. That was luck. All right. So I think they're both net 0.
These robots are doing so much better than I thought, Chris. I thought this track would be much harder. I'm impressed, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
especially because most of people had a week just to get that model going.
Yeah.
I really thought the slalom would be harder, so that's why I tried to space a bit more the barrels.
Turns out there's a
So
straight
yeah,
line.
I-
There's a straight line right through them.
No, but it's impressive even if there is a straight line. I mean,
Yeah,
aiming for the
it
straight
is,
line
it
is
is,
quite,
there is a
it's quite
risk in
good.
there. Yeah, so
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
do that. There is a risk in there,
Absolutely.
but like, Grant is doing really well. Look at that.
That is so cool.
If he didn't have that little touch to the right, he would crash. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's look at the scores.
We have both 3 laps for the 2 races.
Right. So
We're
Grant
gonna
was
have
a little.
4.
That's really good. Yeah. So Grant was a little bit faster at 30 seconds. That is the track record. Grant,
Yep.
very good. So that puts him in first place at the moment. And Huang did very well with 34 seconds, putting him in, I'm not sure what the place is. He's in about 5th place at the moment. Okay, next up is going to be Diego Garcia and Nathaniel Tang. Okay, the UCSD one, is that Nathaniel or Diego? Oh, you're both UCSDs. Okay, I don't know which is which. Racers, can you tell me which one of you is Nathaniel and which one of you is Diego?
I'm the one that says 05 at the end.
I didn't quite catch that.
I'm the one that says 05 in the end.
05. And who are you? What's your name?
That's Diego. We can
Diego.
recognize
Okay,
that
okay.
Spanish accent. He's
Okay.
a visitor student from Spain, Chris.
So
Not bad.
05 is Diego.
05 is Diego, and Nathaniel must be 01. All right, racers, on your mark, get set, go. And they're both off very close to each other. Oh, this could be exciting. Although it looks like Nathaniel is definitely going faster. Let's see whether he's going better. So Nathaniel goes for the ramp. They both go for the ramp. Okay. Nathaniel goes for both ramps, gets both ramps. Very, very fast run, misses the pedestrian. Okay, so both of them are, I think, both of them are just doing both ramps, so they're all net zero. Oh, hitting the pedestrian, just missed the pedestrian as well. Diego, you're lucky. Oh, this is a good run. I was hoping for a collision here at the intersection, but not going to hit it. Not quite spaced enough.
So, Chris, you don't remember on the physical race what was the extra point if people went through the swallow versus the different ramps, right?
I don't. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
Right. We can do one and it'll be all good.
Yeah. Oh, they just missed each other at the intersection. Okay. All right, Nathaniel's time is 37 seconds and Diego's time doesn't look right.
Yep, sorry, there's
Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, Nathaniel is at 37 seconds and Diego is a bit slower, but both ran very consistently and that's excellent. Okay, this is the last race until we go into the ladder. This will be Jack Griffin versus Sugasin. Oh wait, did we already do Sugasin? No, we did not.
No.
We did,
Oh yeah, we
but
did. He was
I
a
see his
DNF.
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 We can bring
Should we
it
give
up,
him another chance? Okay, Sugasin,
yeah.
we'll give you another chance. So today it's going to be Jack. The last race is going to be Jack versus Sugasin.
And Diego, please disconnect from the server.
All right. Jack, have you figured out how to log in?
Yep, I got it.
There you go. And Sugasin, come on back. We'll give him a few more seconds, and if we don't see him, then we'll just go with a solo race.
On a side note, Chris, Jack is probably one of the students that may come over to install his steering solution for the go-kart. So that
good.
the go-kart going. So we have a very affordable solution, look pretty nice, like a brushless motor of a Rev Robotics and a gearbox that's very strong, very nice and affordable.
Okay, it looks like Sugasin is has.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I am Sugasin. I want to join this race.
You will join the race, yes?
Yes.
Good. Okay, we'll wait for you.
Thank you so much.
So just make sure I got this. Will join or will not?
While
he's in. Okay, good.
While we're waiting, talking. Oh, there we are. Okay. All right. Excellent. Racers, on your mark, get set, go. Sugasin is probably running remotely, which means he's dealing with lag, which is a challenge. There is a solution to that. Jack, what is the solution for lag?
Yeah, so primarily what we can do is we give the folks that have a lagging or a connection that's going to take some of time to get image back and forth the server and the clients. We give them access directly to the server, so they have to create a Docker container. We secure that Docker container so it doesn't go anywhere besides staying on the server, and then we allow them to run their code from the server. So I believe the two folks from Japan are doing that, Chris, because I helped push it there, so they can run straight from the server their Docker container.
Whoa, Sugasin made it through the slalom.
Yeah, but he crashed on the first lap, so
I know, but he's doing so well now.
yeah, that's so.
And is he going the wrong direction?
frustrating.
No, he's going the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah, he went on the wrong
Oh, and he hit the
direction,
pedestrian. Brutal. And then almost got rear-ended by Jack. Okay, if any of his laps are good, I might put him in the ladder because it's just so fun watching him.
Yeah. Well,
Jack, is he
we're
running?
getting I'll take his last.
Because he's crushing the slalom.
Yeah.
Jack, is he running on the Docker container or is he running
I
remotely?
don't know, Chris, because there are different names for the racer versus the one that I have set up the user
Yeah.
on the server. So I'm out of sync now. People used to use the same name, but now they're different stuff.
The only explanation I can think of for his, crashes earlier and his good performance now is lag, which suggests to me that, yeah, that's so good. Look at that. It suggests to me that he's just got a better connection right now. I mean, otherwise, what else changed?
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be that
he does well on the times also.
Yeah.
So we'll get him to the ladder.
Oh, but he hit the pedestrian twice. Such bad luck. Okay. Wow. Look at that. Okay. So at this point, we would what do you say? Should we do the top 4?
Maybe we can do yeah, we'll see.
Okay. So let's Jack, if you can entertain us briefly while Maxime and I quickly calculate the ladder.
We'll do.
The minimum column, Chris, you can sort it out if you want.
Yeah, so it's
for everybody that's on the stream and you think this is too complicated to get in, it's not. We have instruction how we can start. And then we give almost like as a black box in the beginning, plug and play. What we're trying to do on the Do-Yourself RoboCar community is that we get you going, we show the results, and then we help you open this black box and you can start to modify it to the best as you can. There are some folks that you heard about using the Donkey Car AI framework, almost plug and play. Then you can start to modify what's under the hood. There are some folks that do reinforced learning, and we have some videos that help you to do that. So basically, you just give some awards for timing and not crashing, and the robot keep training, and get better every time. And then one of the fastest folks around here, they are doing that. And you can do that on your own. You don't have to have any special framework. We provide you a loop of where the information gets back from the server, such as image, position, GPS, LiDAR, and then you do whatever you need. Then you send us back throttle and steering, and here we go. You can race with your own code. If you want to do all hard-coded based in OpenCV, GPS point navigation, computer vision / OpenCV, right? So you can do that. So we will help you get going. But in the beginning, if you really want to start, we can get you up and going in a day or so. You should be racing here.
Okay, so we have the 4 racers who will make it to the ladder are all really fast. It's going to be Grant, Sugasin, Kuro, and Hirohaku. If I'm not mistaken, that's 3 racers from Japan. And Grant is the number 1 seed. So it's going to be Grant versus we're just going to go to the quarterfinals. Sorry, because we only have 4. So it's going to be Grant versus wrong one. Grant versus Hirohaku. Hirohaku and Sugasin versus Kuro. Okay, so first up will be Grant versus Hirohaku. So Grant is the so typically the way the ladder works is you put the number 1 versus this, or the top versus the bottom of the ladder, and that so ultimately, so Grant is favored in this particular race because he is the number 1 racer. But the difference between him and Hirohaku is only 2 seconds. Well, 3 seconds. Sorry. 3 seconds difference actually, yeah, about that. So it could be a very close race. All right, racers, on your mark, get set, go. Okay, both are off simultaneously. This should be tight. Hirohaku is taking a slightly better racing line, and they're going at about the same speed. Ooh, very tight. Oh, Grant goes for the goes for the slalom. So that's +2 for him, but then misses the ramp. Hirohaku takes the ramp. So they're both net 0. Right now, it looks like a pure speed contest, both running really well. Both missed the pedestrian. Grant's just cranked his speed up a little higher and is pulling away. It's going to take a crash for Hirohaku to win here. I like the physics on the ramp, Maxime. It's fun.
Just some basics physics.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I try to find a good compromise because we are in fact simulating big cars compared to real life. So I increased a bit the gravity constants, and I hope to go further this way and have real physics. I mean, really comparable physics compared to what we have using small cars. So yeah.
Good. So Grant is going to win. He could have gotten even faster, even more points, because he misses the second ramp. And normally the reason to miss the second ramp is because you're shooting for the hoop that's just to the left of the ramp. But in this case, he missed the second ramp and misses the hoop. So he is net 0 on the tricks. We can see him go. So he's going to miss the ramp, and he misses the hoop as well. But that's fine. He wins the race, if I'm not mistaken, and moves on. Okay, good race, both of you. Next up is going to be Sugasin and Kuro. Sugasin and Kuro. Both out of Japan. Both potentially dealing with latency issues. Sugasin is in, and Kuro is in. Oh, it's Kusa here. Huh, maybe I just wrote it wrong. Okay, we'll go with Kusa now. Racers, on your mark, get set, go. That's the latency. They're both off. Okay, so Kusa's wiped out on the and just misses. So Sugasin is once again handling the slalom really well. Kusa, I believe it's going the wrong direction. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll figure out. Okay, from a pure points count, Sugasin is and wipes and hits the pedestrian again, but oh no, and wipes out against the hay bale.
That's an interesting race.
That's a toughie.
So you never know until the end, Chris.
Yeah.
I think we'll restart because neither of
okay.
Got
okay,
time.
Racers, we're going to restart this race.
Yep.
So please, do you need them to log off and log back on?
Yep.
Okay, racers,
or
please
go back to the starting line if they can.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a respawn button, if you have a custom client or something.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Racers, if you can respawn, please do. If not, log off and log back on.
Yep.
We'll do it again.
Thank you.
We almost ready.
Sugasin's back in. And Kusa is in. Okay. All right. Take 2. Racers, on your mark, get set, go. Ooh, identical launch times. This could be an interesting crash here at the corner. Oh, so close, so close, so close, so close, so close. Oh, hit the hay bale again. All right, so now if Sugasin is lucky and does not hit the pedestrian, okay, so he's although he gets the slalom, he misses the hoop and misses the, oh no, just misses the pedestrian.
Interesting how we recover. He recovered
Yeah.
the different way. He cut the track and go back. Interesting. Yeah.
Really threw him off after the pedestrian, but he was able to survive. Kusa, oh no, wipes out and they pass each other. Oh no, is this going to be another DNF?
Well, this time Sugasin got a dime, so
Okay.
I think he moves on.
And Kusa is still going, yeah.
The issue is he crashed on the first lap and then did a U-turn, and
He
we
cut it
count
short.
that as
He
a
got it short.
All
Yeah.
right, so Sugasin moves on.
yeah.
Okay. By the way, it was Grant who I forgot to update the thing. So Grant moved on, and then Sugasin moves on. Okay, so this will be the final race: Grant versus Sugasin. Grant is in.
Wait a minute.
Both racers are in.
I mean,
Maxime is ready.
sorry for that. Yep.
Okay,
Just
racers.
had an issue with the.
Okay, this is the last race. This is for the total victory. Racers are both fast. Racers, on your mark, get set, go. Okay, both racers are off. Grant, did you change anything, or are you just running it as you were? Looks like Sugasin is wiped out on the hay bales. So Grant, if you can finish, you are the winner. I like the way the physics of the ramp throws people off. So Grant is bouncing off the hay bales, but at least not getting caught up. Oh, I spoke too soon. Now he's going the wrong way. Maxime, do we need to restart?
Oh, technically you finished the lap. The starting line is the red little ramp. I mean, it's,
Yeah. So judges, what do you
I
think?
put it
Should we do this again, or should we call?
I will do it again because we
Yeah,
ahead
I would do
of
it
the
again.
schedule. Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay,
for,
racers.
for a final race, we should do it
Yeah,
again.
racers, we're gonna do it one more time. Grant is back. Sugasin is back. Okay, I think we're good. Racers, on your mark, get set, go. Both racers are off. Okay, so Grant is once again handling the slalom. Oh no, Sugasin it continues to hit that corner. I think just struggling with latency issues because he was performing so well before. A little too tight on the racing line, unfortunately. So it looks like Grant is going to take this one.
Yep.
I think he just finished a lap, so let's let him do 3 laps just for fun. Grant, are you? Can you unmute and tell us a little something about your secret, your technique?
I think he said he had sound issues.
Audio issues. Okay,
Yeah,
no problem.
So,
Well,
maybe his mic
but
is
Jackie's
not-
one of your students, right?
I'm actually don't know, Chris, because that's one of the reasons we asked them to put the UCSD dash something. So doesn't ring a bell. And if he wants to take
No, you
credit,
know what?
please
He
do
does
so.
not have a UCSD address, so he's not one of your students. Grant, well, I know you've got audio issues, so we will, let's see, let's go back to the chat. I'll,
Mic check.
yeah, Grant,
Here we go. Here we
yeah.
go.
there
We can
you
hear.
go. You're
Mic
good.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, now we can go, Grant.
I am not one of the students. I'm just some schmuck. I'm running my own Python client, but I'm basically running the standard donkey model, but with some simulated IMU data injected. So it's a VIMU model instead of just just a visual. So
Lovely. So really impressive. Obviously, you trained for the slalom. Did you? We were not particularly clear about the points. Did you know that the hoop was gonna be points?
I didn't know there was any sort of scoring.
Yeah,
I just went for the fastest. I just went for the fastest line.
So the slalom happened to be the fastest line. You weren't expecting to get extra points?
I was expecting the slalom to be a slalom, but it turned out it just looked like one. I'm looking forward to a track being a bit more challenging next time around, because I know before Maxime changed things, the jumps were way more hazardous. The slalom was an actual huge slowdown. So I'd like to see some of the danger put back in, other than than Shatner.
Look at that, Chris.
I can do that.
Yeah,
so, Maxime has been great, by the way. I mean, the work he's been putting into this is just making it all possible, and I thank him for that.
Yes, likewise here,
Maxime. So
well
I'm just doing some changes on my side, and some guys are racing. I mean, it's awesome for me.
Quick question for Grant. Where are you located? And is your code running then out of your computer? What's your latency? Maybe you can tell us, where are you? What's your latency if you have pinged the server? How are you running this?
I am in Los Angeles, and I'm running locally. I thought that the Docker images had to be donkey compatible, and my Python client isn't. But if I can run my own client on Docker, then I'd do that instead. But as it is, my ping is low enough that it's not too much of an issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you
in whatever you want on your Docker, as long as if this API is running for you now, then it is what it is. We don't check for that. So
cool.
Yeah.
Are you in tech or do this in your day job, or is this new for you?
Right now, I am not in tech. I would like to be in tech. I've basically taught myself Python over the course of the past couple of years. Used to work retail, opening boxes of books for a living, but I'm looking to transition to a software role.
This was a impressive start. You've taught yourself well. Well, congratulations, Grant. You are the victor of the day. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Our next race will probably be in 2 months' time. So what is it? This is the beginning of June. It's probably going to be beginning of August-ish, maybe. Jack, what do you say?
Yeah. So that should work, because then it's just by when I finish one of the classes, I should have more students. Chris, if you don't mind, let me plug in something here. Number one, your outdoor races. Why don't you tell us, when you go run outdoors, is there a base station, is there a specific GPS that people can get it? And then the other part is, Grant, you may want to come to CSD. We are about to resume meeting in person. We have tracks. You just drive away, and then when we go to Northern California, we can go together. Like if you don't have a physical robot yet, we can help you build one, and then the whole thing changed quite a bit, but changed to the better. So much fun. Right, we can help you build stuff.
So the big difference between indoors and outdoors is that outdoors we can use GPS, and as a matter of fact, most people do. The track is much wider. We're actually doing a real RC track, RC racing track. So it's got like all sorts of corners and barriers and grassy infield and all that sort of thing. It's quite difficult to do with computer vision alone, again, because the walls are so much further apart. So people tend to use GPS. Right now, you need a good GPS. So the fastest cars at the moment are running with an RTK GPS, which has a base station that's located in the center of track, and then it communicates, and then another GPS on the car, and that corrects for any kind of distortions. It gives you centimeter level accuracy, but even that is only updating at 14 times a second, 14 hertz. And to go the kind of speeds they're going right now, which is about 200 miles an hour in scale speed, maybe a little faster, you need to be able to update your GPS even faster. So people are now starting to switch to the U-Blocks, RTKs. I happen to have a couple right here. These U-Blocks are RTKs. Potentially can update at 30 hertz. which is probably what's going to be needed. People are using IMUs, they're using encoders, they're using some drone software like RG-Rover, and drone autopilots like Pixox. They're using Jetson Xaviers, Jetson Nanos, Raspberry Pis. So all of that kind of stuff can work. You can also, it can also use LiDAR because there is structure to the track. But by and large, that's only used for avoiding other cars. So basically, the outdoor experience is one that's less about donkey and computer vision and deep learning, and more about classic control theory, optimizing your racing line, and getting really, really fast updating of your sensors. So it's a different challenge, but it's a complementary challenge, and it's a lot of fun.
Do people have to pay, Chris, to go race? How much?
We're charging $25 each for the racers. You don't have to pay to spectate.
All right, so that
we rent the track. Basically, it allows us. Circuit Launch gives us the indoor space for free, but the RC track charges a rental fee.
Perfect. And then when people go there, should people expect to have an infrastructure? So is internet available? Do they have Wi-Fi? You have to be self-contained. If you do have access to internet, you have to bring your own hotspot.
Yeah, internet is not available. There is no Wi-Fi. Bring your own hotspot. The infrastructure we do have is the RTK base stations. We'll have two RTKs base stations. One's the AMLID Reach RTK, if you have that, and the other is going to be the SparkFun. This is the here, I've got it right here. This is the SparkFun U-Block ZF9. And if you have the ones I just showed, this will be the base station that talks to it. And I'm actually I can't remember how it talks to it. It might talk over Wi-Fi to your rover. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. Anyway, go to the DIY-RoboCar's meetup, and we'll be announcing it shortly. And then, if you register for the meetup, you'll get an announcement when we give the date and place.
And then power is not a problem, Chris. Stable power, you can just show up there. It's outdoor. You can see
Power is a problem. We have a generator, but we just don't know whether it can handle everybody. So you should try to be pretty self-contained. Charge your laptop, use your phone as a hotspot.
Table, easy up. We have there.
Limited tables. There is a restroom. Well, there's a porta potty. There are tents, so we can protect you from the sun. But it's it's not the we don't have coffee. We don't have running water. It is an outdoor experience.
All right, thanks, and I hope you're okay with that plugin. Trying to get more people to join us. That will be nice. Yeah,
so that'll probably be July 16th. Go to the DIY-RoboCars meetup. So go to meetup.com and search for DIY-RoboCars. Register and you'll get notification when we announce, which should be in the next couple of days.
Enough time for Maxime to get a flight and come over.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you, Maxime, Jack, team, everybody. Another great race. I love the new track. I love the request for more danger.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Grant.
When the stream ends, you can send on Discord if you want some ideas of what kind of obstacles you like and what kind of reward or penalties you would get, so that I can add them. And always welcome some feedbacks.
Very good.
All right, everybody, take care. Stop the recording. Bye now.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Before you go, Chris, are the further races